If you leave ice cream under the sun, it melts. If you don't wear sunscreen, you get sunburned. When I am bored, I play computer games. These three sentences are called zero conditionals. In this video, we are going to learn what zero conditional is, when to use it, and how it is formed. Zero conditional is a type of conditional sentence that expresses a fact, a general truth, and a routine or habit. It refers to a situation in which one thing always causes another. In zero conditional, the condition is always true and the result always happens, or there are things that happen as a result of a certain condition. When do we use zero conditional sentences? We use them in various situations. First, we use zero conditionals when we talk about facts. For example, if you leave ice cream under the sun, it melts. This statement is a straightforward example of a zero conditional because it conveys a truth that applies in all situations. Whenever ice cream is left under the sun, it will always melt. There are no exceptions to this rule. Second, we use a zero conditional in situations where we talk about general truths. For example, if you don't wear sunscreen, you get sunburned. This is a perfect illustration of a general truth. It suggests that the act of not wearing sunscreen always leads to the result of getting sunburned. Lastly, we use a zero conditional to talk about a routine or habit. For example, when I am bored, I play computer games. Zero conditionals are used to express actions that someone regularly engages in as a matter of habit or custom whenever a certain condition or situation arises. In our example, the phrase, "when I am bored," sets the condition, and "I play computer games" describes the habitual action taken when that condition is met. Let's talk about the structure of zero conditional. Like any other conditional statements, zero conditionals have two parts, namely the if clause and the result clause. Remember that the if clause sets the condition while the result clause sets the consequence. In this example, if you leave ice cream under the sun is the if clause or the condition, and it melts is the result clause or the consequence. Can we swap the if clause and the result clause? Yes. In the original sentence, we start with the if clause and then we add a result clause. When you do it this way, you need to use a comma before the result clause. However, if you put the result clause first and then the if clause, you don't need a comma. Let's look at the verb tenses used in the zero conditional. In the if clause, we use the simple present tense of the verb. In our example, we use don't, which is the same as do not, or other simple present tense forms. Similarly, in the result clause, we also use the simple present tense. Here in this example, the verb is get, and it is in the present simple form. Remember to match the verb with the subject, so we have to use singular form for singular subject and plural form of the verb for plural subjects. How do we form questions in zero conditional? Simple, we just need to use either do or does. In our example, we have, if I don't use sunscreen, I get sunburned. If you turn this into a question, you just need to add the word do in the beginning of the result clause. If your result clause comes first, then you just place it in the beginning of the sentence. Don't get confused with do and does. We use do if the subject is plural, while we use does if the subject is singular. Let's tackle the following examples of zero conditionals. If you mix blue and yellow, you get green. If it rains, the streets get wet. When I wake up early, I go for a run. Do I get healthier if I exercise? All these sentences are in the zero conditional. All the verbs boxed in blue are all in the if clause and use the simple present tense. The verbs boxed in red are all in the result clause and use the simple present tense of the verb. Can you take this challenge? Make the zero conditional sentences by supplying with the correct verb. Let's see if you got the correct answer. Number 1. If my sister cooks, she burns the food. Number 2. If you eat well, you are healthy. Number 3. If I eat too much sweets, I get fat. Number 4. If you heat ice, it melts. And number 5. I feel better the next day when I get enough rest. Well done! Thank you for learning with KITCH MORE. And if you find this video helpful, please help my channel grow. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, bye!